Hello, everyone. Jak Syn here on behalf of Fiend.com and Future Daze. And today it is another exciting episode of Artist Interviews. Today I am sitting with Earmake. How you doing?
Hello, Jak Syn. Thank you for having me on the show.
So today we're going to get into it. We're going to ask you a couple of questions and see where it goes from here. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's go.
What are three of your most memorable moments from your musical career?
First of all, of course, the release of my music on NewRetroWave Records. I will never forget the emotion when my Parallels album was approved for a label release. This was a new step for me. On that day, I had some important events outside of music, but emotionally, it was not close to what I felt when I received a message from NewRetroWave. Then, live events. I am not a very public person and it was difficult for me to play in public. I will never forget our first party of Ukrainian Synthwavers in Kiev. Then, I began to organize events myself and became the headliner of thematic events in Zaporizhzhia. Next, a festival in Dnipro, to which I went all alone and presented synthwave among other genres of music, which makes the memory of it even more interesting. And of course, the Kiev Burning Man. Well, I will probably add that an important event in the life of every musician is his beginning. I rose from the very bottom, without education and clear knowledge of music. Everything came with time, with difficulty, talent, skill, and honing those abilities.
Those are some pretty amazing moments. Thank you so much for sharing those with us. You are a really amazing artist. I just absolutely love your music. What would you say is your favorite musical release that you've worked on?
Each album was memorable in its own way. Battle on the Moon and Neon Glide were my first major orders as soundtracks for games. Somnia was probably my last album with a classic synthwave summer vibe. Probably I will mention Cosmic Hero. This album was written on two instruments, Diva and Prophet from Arturia, and the track Last Hope was only on Diva. I also remember my first major collaboration. It was the track Galactic Odyssey with Dynatron. We edited the final result 6 times. It was worth it. Here it is, worth dividing the importance of the album into 2 points. 1. What was worth going through to write it? 2. The success of the album. By far the most successful albums of mine right now are the ones released on NewRetroWave, but my album Cosmic Hero was also incredibly successful thanks to the one single track from there that racked up 2.5 million views, The Mystery of Beetlejuice. This makes the album especially dear to me. I completely forgot about the alternative genre of music that I like, Psybient. In 2020, I released my debut EP, Beyond Reality. I am proud of this album, and it is in my memory forever.
And that's what I think is so amazing about your music is that you have a broad range. You know, you have that atmospheric, like space feel, but then you also have that, like, yes, that summery kind of vibe to your music too, that retro future sound, which I think is really, really great about your music. What was the drive behind getting you into making music and performing?
I started making music thanks to the genre of music like dancecore and such a talented Swedish producer as Bass Hunter. At that time I was very fond of this kind of music and just started learning from his music by downloading FL Studio. Then I heard Manian, Cascada, Intello Brothers, and so on. I was playing a mobile game one day and I heard Nightcall. I got curious about his voice in the track and decided to Google the author. This is how I got to know Kavinsky. Then Miami Nights 1984. That's how I learned synthwave. I didn't play on live events entirely of my own free will. I was invited to play at the event. They literally pulled me out of the house. I got involved. I like it.
Isn't that really awesome? It's like you hear like that one track, and then you kind of fall down that rabbit hole that kind of places you where you need to be. And then you start realizing that, oh, hey, I can create this music too. I can do this too. I think that's really, really great. Like, and then, of course, like being able to perform live. I mean, yeah, at first you kind of go like, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Like, are people going to really enjoy it? Like, what are people going to think about my music? And then you just realize, okay, well, I'm just going to do it. What are you looking forward to accomplishing the most moving forward?
I want to play abroad. I love to travel. The travel of a musician is different from the usual travel of people, and of course to grow creatively, increasing the number of my listeners. I want my music to be felt, not just danced to.
I mean, who doesn't want to play everywhere they can play? I know a lot of artists out there, like their thing is they want to play live shows, they want to tour. I'm one of those artists too. Like being able to do that, get out there and perform for those audiences all over the world is just simply amazing. Being able to do that. And I really think that's great. I think that's concrete goals right there, and also too getting your music to as many listeners as possible. I think every artist wants to have as many people as they can hearing their music. And I know that for you and all the things that you do, I want everybody to hear it as much as they can as well. And I would really love to have you come over here and perform because I think it'd be really amazing to have you perform here in Los Angeles. I would totally show up and see you perform live because I know it really, 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 really will be cool. What positive message would you give your fans out there?
I want to thank every fan I have for their incredible support, for many warm comments and personal messages. For some, I even inspire their creativity. Our genre is oversaturated with new artists, and over time it becomes more difficult to maintain the level, because every day a new producer appears with the words, "Check out my new track." As I said earlier, it is very important for me that my music is felt. I put a lot of emotion into my tunes. My goal is not to write music for clubs or dance. I will not call myself a happy person, but I chose the creative path, and I am glad that I can transform my state, my thoughts, into electronic notes and share with the people. Even more, I am glad that I receive incredible support and that my music is being listened to. Don't forget to support the artists. I know many examples of talented musicians who stop writing because it is not popular, because there is little support and profit. I love everyone very much. Love, dream, desire, enjoy everything around. And with music, it is doubly pleasant to do it.
Wise words right there from Earmake, everybody. Love, dream, desire, and enjoy everything around you. Because even with all this stuff going on in the world, it's important that we connect with the world around us. It really is. Now more than ever, it's important for us to connect with friends and family, even if it's online, even if it's in this cyberspace world that we're in. You know what I mean? Right now, because we through the live streams and connecting through like even here on Zoom, like being able to have these conversations really, really go a long way. And for artists to fans out there, that is the most important thing. So thank you so much for all the amazing music that you put out and for all the amazing things that you do. I mean, you are a really, really killer artist. So to everybody out there, thank you so much for tuning in and watching us have this conversation. Thank you to Earmake for sitting down and talking with me today. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to our Torfing YouTube channel as we have many more awesome artist interviews on the way, just like this one with Earmake. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, Jak Syn. Thank you, everyone out there.
And to everybody out there, if you haven't checked out Earmake's music, go and check it out. It's some of the most amazing stuff that I've had the chance to listen to. It touches on all different aspects of synthwave music and electronic music, and it really pulls from a lot of amazing places. So everybody out there, go check it out, get familiar with it, listen to all of his releases because they are really, really amazing. So thank you so much, and I'll see you again very, very soon.